All right, this is lesson 3, session 5. We're actually going to just continue subtracting 3-digit numbers, okay? It says apply the strategies you learned this week. Find the difference. So when I'm looking at a word problem and I see the word difference, okay? Okay, that means to subtract. All right? So it says 433 minus 298. All right? Let's see what you have. So you should have 433 minus 298. Okay, it tells me that I need to circle the bigger number, right? Oh, more on the floor. I need to go next door. If I borrow 1 from 3, I get 2. Okay, the one that goes next door to the right, instead of 3, I get 13. 13 minus 8 is 5. 2 minus 9 says to circle the big number in my directions. Up, more on the floor. I need to go where? Go next door, borrow 1 from 4, I get 3. The one that goes next door, instead of 2, I have 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So 135.
Hi, this is Mr. Gross with today's math review, 3-digit subtraction with regrouping. Step 1, we have to decide what place we start, in the hundreds, the tens, or the ones. You guessed it, we should start in the ones place. If we start in the hundreds place, our answer could be incorrect. Now before we start, let's think of a rhyme that helps us know what to do when we subtract. More on top, no need to stop. That means the number on top is bigger than the smaller number, like 8 take away 2. When the number's bigger on top, our subtraction works. More on the floor, go next door. Now, here's the problem. We would have 2 and take 8 away. If you had 2 cookies, could you give me 8? No, it's impossible. So that's when we need to go get help from our neighbors. Numbers the same, zero's the game. Whenever you subtract 2 numbers that are the same, your answer is always 0. Like 8 take away 8. Step 2. Now we're ready to subtract in the ones place. So, in this problem, we have 2 take away 7 in the ones place. Is that more on top or more on the floor? You're right, it's more on the floor, so we will have to go next door to ask for help. If I had 2 cookies, I could never take 7 away. So, since we live next door to Mr. Tens, we go over, we knock on his door. Hey, Mr. Tens, can I have one? Oh, I have 9 10 sticks. I can share one with you. So he gives us one. 9 take away 1 is 8. So we make sure to write that 8 on top so we don't make a mistake. Then we walk back next door with our 10 stick. Now we have a 10 stick and 2 ones. So that makes 12. 12 take away 7 is 5. Our ones place is all ready to go. Step 3. Now we're ready to subtract in the tens place. So now we have 8 take away 6. Is that more on top or more on the floor? You're right, it's more on top, no need to stop. We can just subtract. 8 take away 6 is 2. Now we're ready for step 4. Subtract in the hundreds place. So now we have 8 take away 2. More on top, more on the floor? You're right, it's more on top. 8 take away 2 is 6. Bravo! Our answer is 625. You did subtraction with regrouping. But before you go, I want to remind you, don't forget, sometimes you might need to regroup in more than one place. Like in this problem, 932 take away 475. Now let's start in the ones place. 2 take away 5, that's more on the floor, so we go next door. Hey, Mr. Tins, can I have one? Sure, I have 3 10 sticks. I can share one with you. So the 3 turns into a 2. And then we bring that 10 stick next door. We already have 2 there, 2 ones, so 10 plus 2 is 12. Let's change the ones place to a 12 on top. 12 take away 5 is 7. Now we're good in the ones place. Let's move on to the tens place. Oh no, Now we have a 2 on top and a 7 on the bottom. That's more on the floor. Go next door again. But don't worry, we have another neighbor, Mrs. Hundreds. Hey, Mrs. Hundreds, can we have one, please? I have 9. I suppose I can give you one. 9 take away 1 is 8. So we make sure to put that 8 on top of the hundreds place. We bring the 1 over that Mrs. Hundreds gave us and put it right in front of our 2. 12 take away 7 is 5. Now we have the tens placed all done. Let's move on to the hundreds. 8 take away 4 is 4. Our answer is 457. One more thing you cannot forget. Sometimes you have to regroup across zeros. So in this problem,
Okay, we're actually going to learn across zeros next week. Okay. All right. So go to page 71 in your math book, and you're finding 450 minus 331. Okay. So show your work. So let's do that first. All right. Let's see. So you should have something like this: 450 minus 131. Okay. So 0 minus 1. Can I do that? Okay. Again, this is on page 71, guys. Okay, so again, 0 minus 1, I can't do that. Plus, there's more on the floor. I need to go next door. So I need to borrow from the 5. That makes it a 4. Okay, the one that borrow goes next door to the right. Instead of 0, I have how much? 10. If I'm writing, what are you supposed to be doing? Great. So 10 minus 1? 9. Not 11. It's 10 minus 1. Okay, it's 9. And then 4 minus 3, can I do that? Yeah, so what's 4 minus 3? 1. Okay, I don't need to borrow. I don't need to regroup. Okay, and then 4 minus 1? 3. So it's 319. Okay, it says Corey works 144 months. So that's what that's one number that I have. 144 months. Okay, he has worked 72 hours so far this month. How many more hours does Corey have to work this month? Okay, so we've been doing subtraction, right? So 4 minus 2, can I do that? Well, if it says more on top, no need to stop, right? So 4 minus 2? 2. Okay, 4 minus 7, can I do that? No. Plus, there's more on the floor. I need to go next door. And I borrow 1 from 1, I get 0. The one that borrow goes next door. Instead of 4, I get what? 14 now. 14 minus 7 is 7. And then 0 minus 0 is 0. Just like that. 72. Whoops. Look at this one, number 5 on page 73. It says, which diagram or solutions represent the difference between 354 minus 298? First, I want to work out the problem, right? 354 minus 298. 4 minus 8, I can't do that, right? Because there's more on the bottom. I need to go to next door, right? More to the floor, need to go next door. Borrow from a 5, that makes it a 4. The one that borrow goes next door to the right. Instead of 4, I have how much? 18. It's a 4. 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. 4 minus 9, can I do that? No. Okay, there's more on the floor. I need to go next door, so I have to borrow from the 3. That makes it a 2. The one that borrow go next door. Instead of 4, I have how much now? 14. 14 minus 9 is 5. So out of all my choices, I need to get 56. Oh, look. E works, right? C, I'm not sure. And here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, B does. Okay. Not A, because A only has 4 tens. I need 5 tens. And I'm not sure about that one. It says I have 298 right here. Then I went to 200. Then I jumped to 350, and then plus 4 more. So I guess that would work. It just tells you how you jumped. Okay. But B and E for sure. All right, so this page right here is from your subtraction packet that you have. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple examples for you, and then you're gonna do the rest of this page. Okay, and then do the subtraction assignment on I know it. Okay, so I need to subtract the numbers in the ones place first. What's 9 minus 9? 0. Don't need to borrow. 5 minus 8. Your directions on page 2 says to circle the bigger number. If there's more on the floor, I need to go where? Next door. I have to borrow from this 9. That makes it an 8. The one that borrowed goes next to the right. Instead of 5, I have how much? 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. And 8 minus 8 is 0. So just 70. Right? Let's do number 2. It's my direction says to circle the bigger number. Got it. Start in the ones place. Oh, more on the floor. I need to go where? Next door. I borrow 1 from 8. I get 7. The one that I borrow goes to the right. Instead of 6, I get how much? 16. 16 minus 7 is 9. Okay. And then now I'm in the tens place. So 7 minus 9. Circle the number that's bigger. Oh, more on the floor. I need to go where? Next door. I borrow 1 from 8. That makes it a 7. Instead of 7, and then the one that I borrow goes to the right. Instead of 7, I have how much now? 17. 17 minus 9 is 8. Okay, and then 7 minus 7 is 0. So go ahead and finish the rest of these